Race 15 of 36 will bring us out to Pocono Raceway for the Pocono Road Course here on NASCAR Thunder 2003. This is custom season mode. Last time out was the third straight week in a row we've had a race end under caution. We have 3 drivers that have earned multiple wins in this season. Dylan Murway has 4 up to this point. And Kenseth and Gordon have 2. Let's check the stats here. So if you look at winners, Dylan Murway is leading everybody this season with 4. Kenseth and Gordon both have 2. And Mark Martin, Sterling Marlin, Bobby Labonte, Frank Kimmel, Dale Jarrett, Kevin Harvick all have 1 win apiece. However, if Frank Kimmel doesn't get into the top 30 by Daytona, he doesn't make the chase. Go ahead and check where he's at. For racing, he's still sitting in 35th in points. So he's got a long way to go before he can make it into the top 30 and be considered for the playoffs. There's a 3-point gap between Kevin Harvick and Robbie Gordon. Both of them are teammates. Robbie Gordon performs exceptionally well on road courses, and considering we got 2 road courses back-to-back, we look for the 31 team to be strong. Gordon is going to be strong at Pocono. Mark Martin, most likely. Dale Jarrett, looking for his second win. But guys like Burton, Jimmy Johnson, Bobby Labonte, his stock's been trending up a lot lately after his win from Richmond. He looks to be strong today at Pocono. Dylan Murway, obviously, he won the last one at Homestead, the Homestead Roval, which is ironically the side of the championship race, but on the main track. He looks to be strong. Rusty Wallace looks to be fast today at Pocono. Bill Elliott, even though he's pretty good on the main track, look for guys like Elliott, Gordon, Bill Elliott, Jeff Gordon to be strong today, considering this is Pocono and they're 2 of the best drivers that have raced at this track. Obviously, look for some of the more typical characters you see on road courses to be strong today. Pocono Raceway was opened up in 1974 and was originally used as an open wheel facility. However, the massive speeds that these drivers reach on these different straightaways has proven to be a nightmare for engine tuners when they bring their cars. Now you add a road course into the mix. That just leaves teams scratching their heads and chewing through fingernails. This track has 8 turns, the winner will earn $167,000. And the seats here, 90% of which are on the front stretch, seat 90,000 people here at this facility. And the first race was held in 1974. Coming out onto the front stretch is a very sharp turn when you get onto the main straight, and then immediately charge on the brakes for a very odd-looking turn 1. Your car will try to jump onto the outside bankment. It is okay, but as long as you don't hit the wall, then you bring onto what is the shorter Long Pond backstretch. Your car will reach probably almost 180 before hitting hard into the brakes for the S's section. Then you let the car come out. Aim for the rumble strips in turn 7. Let the car edge out towards the curbing by the time you get out to turn 8. And then back onto the main straightaway at a kind of an odd angle, arguably. And that's one rougher lap. And then second time around, hopefully we can pick up a lot of time. Because the pole time here is 53:36, set by Mark Martin. As we just grazed the wall on the long pond backstretch. And I have a feeling with the way these cars file into turn 1, this could be one of those races where you're going to need track position, whether you like it or not, is how tight some of these, and just how awkward looking these corners are. In fact, I honestly think these corners were more based for sports cars. So we're going to make our way out turn 8. Kind of kiss the wall. And we will be starting 38th. Yikes. In this race. So after that, let's go trackside.
We're in the Pocono Mountains today at the infield course at the Pocono Raceway for today's NASCAR race, right here on MRN. This is one tough course. Yeah, this Pocono isn't hard enough. Now we're going to run on the infield course here too. Wow, I don't think these drivers are good. It's hard work to keep these heavy cars from sliding right through some of these corners. It's purpose is towards the bottom of the points list this season. And how frustrating that must be. You're working just as hard as everyone else. But you just can't seem to finish well on race days to gain the valuable points you need. These guys need a good finish just to regain their confidence as a team. Bobby Hamilton can't seem to find the right setup for his qualifying runs this year. Yeah, that could really be a huge letdown for your self-confidence as a driver. You know you're a good driver, you got a strong car, but it just seems that nothing ever goes your way in qualifying. It's tougher to focus on the job at hand come race day. The safety clean car should be a factor in this one, given its success of these road courses. Oh, yeah, I have to agree. They've done a success on these tough road courses so far. I think this will be a great race for him and his team. Now let's take a look at the starting lineup. Mark Martin, the NASCAR Winston Cup points leader, will be starting for the pole. In the second row are the 37 car and the Keystone Chevrolet. Starting the race for row 3 are the 98 car and the Home Depot Pontiac. The fourth row has the Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet and the Riverbank Ford. Starting the race from row 5 will be the Interstate Batteries Pontiac and the 63 car. In row 6 we have the Fade Racing Dodge and the Ganassi Racing Dodge. Starting from row 7 will be the One Power Units Ford and the Kodak Chevrolet. In the 8th row are the DuPont Chevrolet and the Kellogg Chevrolet. In the 9th row we have the Dodge Dealers UAW Dodge and the Dale Jr. Chevrolet. In the 10th row are the Madeline Ford and the Sorrento Dodge. In row 14, we have the Square D Chevrolet and the 46 car. Starting from row 15 will be the 16 car and the GM Goodrich Service Plus Chevrolet. In the 16th row are the all-new Ford and the Valvoline Pontiac. In the 17th row are the Citgo Ford and the Target Dodge. In the 18th row are the Type Ford and the Photograph Ford. Starting the race from row 19 are the Low Chevrolet and the Safety Clean car. The 20th row is the Caterpillar Dodge and the America Online Chevrolet. Starting the race from row 21 will be the 26 car and the M&M's Pontiac. And finally, starting from the rear of the field will be the 7th car.
37 laps today in the Keystone State 500. First time the NASCAR Winston Cup Series will be racing on the Pocono Road Course this afternoon. Mark Martin and Dale Jarrett are on the front row. A couple of the drivers in the Busch Series qualifying inside the top 10. Casey Kane comes to mind in 5th. Jeff Purvis in 3rd. Shane Hall starting 10th. Shauna Robinson starting 11th. So, drivers are starting towards the back. Guys like Ward Burton, Jimmy Johnson, heck, anybody that doesn't start 5th or higher, they're gonna have fun. They're gonna have a fun time keeping their nose clean this afternoon because of, especially the second half of the racetrack where you're barreling in there at 170 miles an hour, and then you got to slam on the brakes heading into the second portion of the infield. Pace car is off. Mark Martin brings us down, and we're green at Pocono. A little bit of an accordion there, but other than that, we make it through the first part of the infield clean. Now coming out in turn 3, it'll be interesting. Well, road course turn 3, which really is just 500 feet up from NASCAR turn 2. Dylan Murray trying to squeeze on Newman 3 wide to try to make up some spots, but out front, it looks like Mark Martin and Dale Jarrett are going to make their way out of turn 8. Who will make history here leading at the Pocono Road Course? 5 bonus points to Mark Martin as we have completed the first lap this afternoon. Dylan Murray make past 8 cars going into turn 1, getting into Jeff Burton, who almost missed the corner there, but looks to get out of it as they race back onto turn 2 into the high-speed section of the Long Pond straightaway. Almost 180 miles an hour, almost like Watkins Glen in a way. How tight these cars get before they hit the brakes and head into a slow, almost technical-like part of the course. I have a feeling today with the way that Pocono usually is, you'll either see a fuel mileage race, especially if we get a long green flag run, or with the way some of these races have been lately, you'll probably see a lot of cautions. Especially with 13 in the 600. And already Dylan Murray has been getting banged up, going through traffic. He's got Jeremy Mayfield, Robbie Gordon, and Kyle Petty battling for position. Dylan Murray gets a nice run off 7, trying to look under the inside of Robbie for 23rd. Looks like 3 laps are complete. 6 seconds separates Dylan Murray from the leader, which is currently Mark Martin, as Dale Jarrett is still in second. Bobby Labonte and Tony Stewart make up 3rd and 4th, and Kurt Busch rounds out the top 5. We figured Bobby Labonte or Tony Stewart would be pretty strong at these road courses, and I predicted it today. It's either going to be a Ford or a Pontiac who wins this race. Dylan Murray, wow, aggressive moment. The caution has come out. It looks like debris in turn 5, coming out of turn 5. Dylan Murray trying to pass as many cars as he can before yellow. Looks like he'll give the spot to Terry Labonte, and Mike Skinner will not get to him to take the caution flag. Early debris caution here at Pocono. And somehow nobody hit that. Pace car is off, and we're getting ready for the restart. Green flag. Martin will lead him down with Dale Jarrett, Bobby Labonte, Tony Stewart, and Kurt Busch, the top 5. Skinner already getting aggressive, trying to look under Dylan Murray because he caught him sleeping on that start. As Dylan Murray will get away from him and try to put some distance on Skinner by passing Terry Labonte and Bill Elliott, coming out onto the high-speed chute of the Long Pond stretch. There's Dylan Murray, who passes several cars, moves Sterling Marlin. Yeah, he wants to go. He's basically passed almost 20 cars, close to 30 cars in 8 laps. Granted, he's gotten physical with a few while he did that, but that's fast, and that's nuts. Marlin trying to look under the inside for 14th. Tucks in, and Marlin. Whoa, good save by Sterling. But unfortunately, Shauna Robinson took advantage and has made her way up to 12th. Dylan Murray trying to get by Shauna Robinson, Casey Kane. Both drivers had amazing qualifying runs yesterday, and they're hanging on pretty well inside the top 15, which is impressive, believe it or not, but there's still a long way to go at this place. Dylan Murray has just gotten by Steve Park for 10th and sets his sights on Jeff Purvis. Then back down into 4, and Purvis got real loose there as he gets knocked out of 10th and probably will surrender out of 9th, and he'll probably lose 10th to Steve Park here if he's not careful. Very unusual to see a road course like this have almost like banks and divots, especially in the corners, as you saw that you'll see here very shortly. It's flat. Dylan almost gets into the wall, and then you see it's in a divot, and then it rises out onto the main super stretch, the Long Pond stretch, and then Slight bank here in what would be NASCAR turn 2. And then hard on the brakes, back flat. And at a slight bank. And back into the banking we saw in turn 2. Then, of course, it's all brief too, but still, it's very unusual to see a road course like this with borderline minimal elevation changes. Oh, Kenseth hit the wall. My goodness. Somehow that wasn't a caution. Dylan Murway has made his past 31 cars in a span of 12 laps. He's definitely fought his way to the front and probably lose this spot to Waltrip. You saw Waltrip definitely charge that corner in turn 2. Or NASCAR turn 2, which would be road course turn 4. Dylan Murway getting a little physical with Michael Waltrip on the front stretch. And then back off into the road course turn 1. Overshoots the corner. Loses one spot and is going to lose a couple more here. Looks like Steve Park is going to try to battle with Dylan. And Park into the wall hard. Hard crash. Backstretch. Looks like Sterling Marlin and Steve Park were involved. Caution flag is out. And the field races back. Question is, will Dylan try to keep that top 10? Oh, never. That's not even going to be a question because I don't think Dylan Murway, with some of the abuse his car's endured, will get to Park or Kane. But it looks like he's going to do it here. Knocks him out of the way, and Dylan will take the caution flag in 10th. Here on lap 14. Park gets turned, gets blitzed by Rudd. There's another car that may have gotten on his side. Looked like it. Oh, that was Rudd. Rudd got up on 2 wheels after getting by Park, trying to miss Park, but unfortunately gets into him. As we're going to have a probably green flag pit stops here as everybody comes down pit road. And we'll see what the repairs do. Under caution.
All the way around.
Yeah. So after that yellow, looks like Dylan Murway will come out in 12th. Green flag will wave. After that run, Elliott Sadler playing some strategy here. Restarting out front over Ken Schrader. Sadler got his first career win back in 2001 at Bristol. Sadler, he is one of those drivers that is towards that top 30 cutoff line. And he's started pretty much every race this season. But if he wins today, he's in the playoffs. Three wide behind Dylan Murway for 11th, almost. Looks like he clears him. So 20 laps to go here at Pocono. Dylan Murway having a nice day, even though he's battered that race car up. Dylan Murway trying to move Bill Elliott and Casey Kane at the same time. But look at the damage on that 9 car and the 18, and probably a third of the field. Kind of odd to see that for a road course. And sometimes you just get physical. I mean, nobody's raced this track before, so not a lot of people really, I guess, know how to push boundaries, these kinds of tracks, as we've had the third caution of the day. Dylan Murway will take the caution flag in 10th. Dale Jarrett took the lead from Elliott Sadler and kicked Sadler out of the top 5. And Schrader's barely hanging on in 5th. Looks like Matt Kenseth at the debris yellow, and it looks like Casey Atwood ran over the hood. So base car is off, and we're green. Again here at Pocono, third restart of the day. And already got Casey Kane making an aggressive move, going to that inside. Oh, Kane slams into Labonte into the wall. Bobby Labonte losing a lot of ground. Keep in mind, he has that win back at Richmond, so he would be a lock for the chase. Ooh. As Dylan Murway and Rusty Wallace get together and are banging each other for 10th. Banging into each other. That sounded really bad. Dylan Murway is still trying to battle with Rusty for 10th. Rusty looks down low. They make a little contact. They make a lot of contact. And Rusty just kills the wall again. And somehow that wasn't a yellow. Here comes Jimmy Johnson. He started next to Dylan Murway, and he's having a solid-ish day, if you can call it that. Right. Dylan Murway battling with Jimmy for 10th. There's a crossover. They're both into the wall. Dylan comes back across the track there. Looked like Jimmy may have made contact. Dylan was trying to enter high, and both of those drivers hit the wall. And wall trip goes around here in turn 3. No caution yet. Look at the damage on the back of that 121 car, the safety clean machine. Now you got Frank Kimmel up here in 13th, looking for a opportunity to slip into the top 30. Kane gets turned. Dylan Murway is losing a lot of time, though. And he's going to have a lot of damage here. Dylan Murway, Kevin Harvick get by him. As Dylan Murway, I think he's got a problem. Yep. Look at the, as Probably got a left rear that's going to go down, I think. Maybe. Yeah, he's got a left rear that's going to go down. Look at the speed he's losing compared to everybody else. That's a lot of speed that cars are losing. Dylan Murray back here battling with Shane Hall. And there it is. Caution's out. Shane Hall, Jeff Purvis in turn 7. With assistance from Dylan Murray. Yep. And no other cars were collected, but everybody else did bunch up. Yeah, we're going to have to repair this car. Because we're losing way too much speed. So, tough go for today here for Dylan Murray. 2 cars did fall out of the race. We'll check on those here. Mark Martin took the lead from Dale Jarrett. Kyle Petty and Sterling Marlin were out from that early wreck. They were the cars that were taking that had issues. Green flag back into the air. Here comes Dylan Murray trying to make up as much ground as he can. 8 to go. He's got 8 laps to do it. Eight to go as they head back in the infield section of the course. Hard on the brakes. I think that'll probably be one of the more opportune passing zones today. See Earnhardt Jr. having a tough go here. Very surprising to see Robbie Gordon back here, to be honest. Oh, Rob Jr. on his roof in turn 7. My goodness. Another yellow is out. He hit the curb, rolled basically over the top of Dylan Murray. As we have our 4th yellow of the day. Single car incident. Tough day to be a DEI fan. Earnhardt Jr. tried to force it under Dylan Murray. Jr. hit the curb, and Jr. rolled over. His car is off. Green flag again into the air. Hopefully, we are getting close to that red flag lap, so if we do get a caution here, we really want to have a lot of time to clean up. Dylan Murray gets 3 cars there. Meanwhile, out front is Mark Martin, Dale Jarrett, Tony Stewart, Jeff Gordon, and Bill Elliott battling for the win here at Pocono. While Dylan Murray, who is trying to make a charge for that points lead, is sitting there in 35th, about to get split 3 wide by McMurray and Robbie Gordon. Dylan entering on the outside. Yeah, he made that pass on the outside. He's trying to... Okay, see you. Yeah, he made that pass on the outside with that car. Right on the line, there will be 3 to go. Dylan Murray battles with Nadu, runs Nadu wide, both into the wall. Yellow is out. This could be the race. And got another wreck. Robbie Gordon just ran Jerry Nadu into the wall. There on the back stretch. And that looks to be the race. And that looks like this may be the fourth week in a row that we've had a race under caution. Robbie, so that was the first part of the incident. Dylan Murray hits the wall with how damaged that the new Monte Carlo hatchback is. How'd that go? And for the fourth week in a row, the field takes the checkered flag under caution. Mark Martin will win the Keystone State 500.
How about all those caution laps they ran? Yeah, I'm sure the drivers would have never seen more green flag laps, especially the guys who ran out front most of the race. The safety clean car would like to have finished a lot better, I'm sure. Along with that, when the team worked so hard, they just sometimes just not do that. We hope you enjoyed today's race. If you did, enjoy participating. Next up, we can video raceway.
So, anyways, we'll see you guys next week at Sonoma, but that was almost as bad as the 600. Somehow we unlocked a Thunder plate out of all that. Anyways, so Mark Martin just earned $167,000. Caution flags, 6 yellows for 10 laps today. 6 lead changes. Time of race, 59 minutes. Average speed, 77 miles an hour. Margin of victory, 0.616 of a second. So 6 lead changes among 5 drivers. Mark Martin led the most laps with 19. Jarrett led the second most with 14. So Mark Martin, Dale Jarrett, Tony Stewart, Jeff Gordon, Bill Elliott, Ricky Rudd, Kurt Busch, Ryan Newman, Ken Schrader with a great run after starting almost shotgun on the field and finishing 9th. And Ricky Craven ends up in 10th. Frank Kimmel finishes 12th. Great run for him. Jimmy Johnson rebounds from some late contact to finish 13th. Kevin Harvick ends up with a nice top 15 run. Jeff Green made it to 18th. So, tough go for guys like Jeff Purvis, Robbie Gordon. Kind of surprising he wasn't up front today. Granted, he didn't really have a good qualifying effort, arguably. Finishing 40th, qualifying middle of the field and getting into that late crash with Jerry Nadu. Earnhardt Jr., Kyle Petty, and Sterling Marlin are the only other drivers that fell out of the race today. So we'll say first, so point standings ought to be interesting. Dylan Murray falls to 6th. Mark Martin earns his 2nd win of the year, earning $2 million so far in earnings. Mark Martin also won the first Texas race. So for weekly awards, Mark Martin won the pole and the Gatorade Frontrunner Award. Ken Schrader passed the most cars. Dale Jarrett had the fastest lap. Ryan Newman was the best rookie. And Todd Bodine made the best pass of the race out of all people. Rookie of the year, Ryan Newman closes within 75 points of Dylan Murray. some believe it or not. So pole award, 8 drivers have won poles this season. Mark Martin, Dale Jarrett, and Sterling Marlin are the fastest of the 3. The next Jackpot 5 race will be at the regular season cutoff at Daytona. Chevrolet is a 4-point lead over Ford, and Dale Jarrett has taken the lead from Dylan Murway in the lap champion standings. 32 drivers have led laps this season. See you next time for Sonoma.